Action.
Take one.
Welcome to 2025.
Woo!
That was,
That was, yeah.
No vibe.
3 weeks in.
0.
3 weeks in.
To be fair, it is like the 97th of January right now, like this month.
90s.
Do you know what I mean, though? This month is just going on forever.
Payday.
It should be. Should be for payday.
Go on.
I don't think I've been paid yet, but
Nope.
I mean, you're always getting paid.
Nope.
Regular
Anyway.
payments.
Welcome back. Or welcome back to us, I guess.
Yeah.
We had a break, didn't we? We had a
We
break.
did. It was a nice little Christmas holiday.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about Christmas. Like, it was ages.
No, that was time ago. It's
Yeah.
ancient history.
This was really just a short episode just to kind of enter ourselves into 2025 just because, yeah, we're aware that we haven't posted in a while. But, you know, life happens, illness happens, travel happens. So, yeah, just an episode of excuses, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but also some not some decent conversation.
Yeah, also some decent conversation. We kind of wanted to just kind of like, yeah, you know, say what's coming up in the year. Obviously, we've got more guests coming up. We've also got some plans to do some slightly different types of episodes. Maybe some on location. Who knows? Maybe some at festivals. Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. I don't actually know. I'm just saying stuff. And yeah, I think last year we did an episode at the start of the year, didn't we? Just kind of looking back at the previous year and then maybe making some predictions for 2025. So we can do some of that as well.
Yeah.
We can talk about music. People got music coming out, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
And you've announced some of it, you know, like fairly recently.
I mean, my EP
And you've got-
now
yeah.
has been out since the end of last year.
Yeah, but then you also just have another collaboration.
Is that the Creatures one?
Yeah, that just came out, didn't it?
Well, it's not come out.
Oh, it's just been announced,
14th
right?
of Feb.
So you announced it.
Here he is.
So I was right.
I haven't,
so I was right.
I haven't posted anything about it.
I've seen it announced.
Well,
Anyway,
John's
yeah.
plugging your single for you.
Lovely.
yeah.
It's not. It's actually an EP of
Oh, right,
Creatures,
well, he's-
I think, in it. It's
Yeah.
on
Get it right, John.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
getting
I'm about to go on a big old trip. Or by the time this is out, I'm probably on the trip.
Biggest of trips.
The biggest of trips, 6 weeks.
I love how you like by the time this is out, it's like unless we get this out at 4 a.m, mate.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
on that trip.
Yeah. I'm at least going to be on a plane by the time this comes out.
You're literally
So,
getting a cab at 4 a.m. tonight.
Yeah. Australia gang, New Zealand gang, Thailand gang, and Singapore gang.
Come on.
We will
Big
be
thing.
there. Me, Ollie Dusky, and Eli Monroe are going to be in every city possible in those areas. So
Be all up in you.
Crazy.
check our Instagrams for the dates and stuff. We're everywhere, man. Yeah, it'd be good to see some of you out there. So that's my plug. Music-wise, nothing announced yet, but we've got loads of music written. So it will come out in some sort of format. Who knows what that format will be. And yeah, that's me done with my plugs. Who wants to go next?
How long we got?
Yeah, we don't need to plug every show, just like...
No, I mean,
You know what I mean?
no, I'm not doing that. No,
This is actually what he said earlier as a joke. He's like, he went back and listened to a bit of the episode. He was like, it was going to 2024 was going to turn into us just regularly just talking about the progression of
This was
Polar
his-
and Bryson.
this was his
Yeah.
prediction. This was his prediction.
Oh, was
that-
it?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
The Amen Brother will just become like the Polar and Bryson podcast where we're just tracking Polar and
Fair,
Bryson's
Yeah.
progress
Fair,
in their
though.
career over
You're
the next few years.
progressing. New tune out as well. New
Yeah.
tune did come out.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
New one with Jelani
And
Blackman,
it's
yeah.
Stampede.
Stampede,
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go.
And that came out a couple of weeks
The man's
ago.
got the deepest voice in the world.
He
Like,
does.
It's actually
He does. It was actually a joy to mix his voice. It was actually
Yeah.
a fun challenge.
Just
Fun
mixing it like a sub.
challenge. Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, and then we got some more singles coming out in the next couple of weeks. I don't know when this episode's going to come out, so I can't really.
We're going to try
I don't want to tease things
get it
by.
as quickly as possible, aren't we?
But
Yeah.
there's a dub. It's the only dub that people are constantly asking us about. So just anybody that cares about our music and has ever asked us if a certain dub is going to come out,
What's it called?
you can almost guarantee you the one you think it's going to be is going to be the next one. So there you go. I'm not teasing nothing. I've not ruined
What's it
nothing.
called?
But those that know. I'm not going to say anything.
I've obviously got it. So.
Yeah, no, you've got it, but I'm not going to say because everybody will know.
All
Because
right.
then it's bait, and I
That's
don't want to
the
get in
way.
trouble. I'll get told off, man. I'll get told off still.
I've got management now. He actually does have management.
It's Shogun will shout at me, man. Leave me alone.
to be fair, you do have to
Yeah.
Yeah.
maintain some level of
Harry might shout at me. How do you know? Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't overstep the mark here.
No, it's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Bully me.
Is that it for the Polar and Bryson?
That is it. Yeah.
And there's
That's
more
all
news to come.
That's all I'm allowed to
There's
say
more
for
news
now.
to come. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I can't
Like,
believe that news hasn't been announced yet, but it's been around for so long.
Later in the year, as we progress through the Pola and Bryson podcast progression, the progression podcast, I will divulge more information. But for now, that's all you get.
Same here as well.
I've actually. Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. I mean, there's a definite like order of how things go.
Yeah.
I'm actually, to be fair, I've got another EP in the pipeline for Solvent. I've got like 5 tracks. 2 I need to just like tidy up.
We should plug the Solvent night as well.
Solvent night.
I'm not going to be there, but Tom's going to be there.
Yeah,
I wanted to be there as well.
Not this weekend. The weekend after is at the 11th.
10th, I think, of February.
So
it was in my diary.
Whenever this will be out.
Whatever
before
the Friday is of basically the next Friday
Lower
after
Third,
this comes out. Hopefully,
is that what it's called? The venue's called the Lower Third.
Lower Third.
It's near Outlet,
Galaxy,
isn't it?
Hugh Hardy.
Hugh Hardy Circumference, I think.
7th of Feb.
7th of Feb. That's the one. Yeah.
So hopefully,
good
that's
lineup.
the Friday coming when you're listening to this episode.
Yeah, it's a good lineup. Yeah, I think Circumference is on that one too.
Yeah.
I can't remember who else is on there.
10 years.
10 years of Soul.
Big
Wow,
thing.
yeah.
Also 10 years of Galaxy this year. I'm jumping ahead here, but also 10 years of Galaxy this year as well. So
Mad.
that's mad.
10 years of Pola and Bryson.
10 years of Pola and Bryson. 10, 10, 10.
Don't ask me how many years.
Yeah. Well, 20 years in the game. You say it every time. Every rant that you go on starts with that, so everyone knows how long you've been in the game. Just so you know.
Is that actually fact?
Yeah, that's
Someone
actually.
go back through and see
There
how
will
many
be a-
times I've said the words 20
years in the game.
There will be a
Literally.
cut-off point as well where
Together.
you stop increasing that number as well,
Yeah.
because all
Yeah.
it does is just make you seem a bit out of touch.
Yeah.
I mean, people tell me that, but like because I'm just so staunch in my ways, I just don't think I
don't
care.
care.
I probably
Yeah.
should
Don't give a
just be
shit.
trying to do that. I won't
give a
mention
shit,
their
mate.
names, but like that facade of I'm like some 30-year-old fucking MC, whereas actually I'm like some 40-year-old MC.
2020
I'm 40 this year.
Oh,
2020. I was going to say 2025 is the year of change again.
Yeah.
For us all, I think.
We had positive change last year, I think.
Yeah, we actually went to go to consistency last year. I think we actually nailed it.
Yes, we did.
Mm.
What was 2023's? No, 2023 was consistency.
2024 was
2024 was
manifestation.
accountability. It was
Which
accountability.
I think we're actually nailing it step by
I
step.
think
We've got a
getting there.
Patreon group chat.
Self-improvement on an annual basis.
I can't say anything. I feel like I fell off towards the end of last year.
Yeah,
to a certain
everyone did
extent.
though. Everyone did. It's fine. It's
We managed to get enough in the bank.
Yeah.
That actually we could have been. If we'd have been just putting episodes out, it would have like not even seemed like we've gone away.
Yeah.
That part was
Because
also
we've just
fallen
been
a bit by
saving the
wayside as
content,
well.
guys. That's what it is. Yeah, we've got it already. It is coming.
Well, to be fair, it's kind of good in a way because you're going away, so it's nice to
Yeah.
have some in the bank that will
Yes.
cover that period of time. So
And then when I'm back, we'll hit it. We'll hit it hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've still got, like I said, we've still got a couple of guest episodes to drop, and then we're going to record a bunch of new ones this year. 2025 outlook in general for everyone. What are people saying? What's people's feelings about the year?
So yeah, if we're talking about like positive things that we did in 2024, I think it's nice. I think it's nice to revisit the things that we're proud of. It's not like too pushy. I don't. You don't want to dwell on the past, but yeah, let's embrace it, man. Embrace
he's down.
it.
He's just not
down.
prepped.
Yeah.
He's not
He's
prepped.
just like-
to be fair, neither am I.
That's the
no.
thing about that
It was a
4
bit of a
taxi as
spontaneous
well.
one.
That's the other thing. So I'm just like,
Man's got,
dread.
man's got places to be.
Yeah.
Man's got to go and finish packing his suitcase of trainers.
Yeah.
Decisions, bro.
Decisions. No, 2024. Thinking of something that I'm proud of. Me and Harry ventured into a new world with what we're doing live. So whether like we launched the Vaults show and we have like an audio visual thing, and we're experimenting with trying to take our DJing and expand on that. We're trying to bring something a little bit more interesting and technical to what we're doing, and we've been prepping all of that this year, and the Vaults was kind of like the catalyst for it. And I think just to put yourself out there and say we want to do our own show in a small venue, just us.
That was good.
Well, like us like plugging it essentially initially. And proud of that. So very happy we did it, and I think it starts the steps that we want to sort of grow and expand that down the line.
And
So
obviously, I saved the day with that.
you did save the day with that one. You did. John just saved
What
the day.
about like a highlight as well? Like obviously, just to hit 2 angles. Do you want me to come back to you?
Gym highlight. There you go. I'm
Yeah.
doing it for you.
Progression.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'm actually doing
yeah.
it for you. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's been a massive. Personally, I think that's been a big step for you.
It has. Yeah, I feel and look fantastic.
Nah, I back it, man.
Yeah, no,
I back
100.
100%
Yeah,
back
thank you.
it.
I've just got
Yeah.
to keep that going through 2025. Is to keep that
100%.
going.
I think the more you do it, though, innit? It's like the more you're motivated to go.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
fell off over Christmas, and it's been a struggle going back.
It's the weather. You also, the gyms start getting a bit crowded as well because loads of people are coming in, and yeah, that's all it is for me. I feel like I'll get a good. I've just got to find a good rhythm again.
It's a busy time of year for the gym, innit? So
worst
like, if you've been going before, it does kind of put you off.
Yeah, it does a little.
And the first ice bath of 2025 was the hardest one I had to get into.
Oh, you ice bathing as well, mate?
There's one at my gym. I got this like elite membership to use it, and I was like using it consistently leading up to Christmas. And then for some reason, when I went back, it was just like to get back in like the first time. It's like fucking hell, I know how cold it is. Whereas before it was like literally like a really enjoyable part of my day. Which don't get me wrong, now I'm back on it. It like still is because mentally it just like sets you up so nicely. Anyway, this is
never done
like PT podcast. So
I've never done it. Never done one. I've always wanted
really
to.
good, man.
Just never really
Highly
had the
recommend.
opportunity put to me.
Yeah.
I've done like the whole come out of a sauna. Me and Helen went away.
Going to like a cold pool.
Yeah, we went to Iceland 10 years ago, like for a long weekend, and we did the whole like jump out of a sauna into ice cold like glacier water thing.
Yeah, I mean, fucking hell, mate.
It was
that's an ice
incredible.
bath.
It was incredible, but like it was like jump in and jump straight out. Whereas I know the whole like ice bath thing is like you settle, you control your breathing. It's
more
and you
about
relax into it.
It's a mentality thing. You build it up. I've got to 5 minutes, but now I'm back at
really?
3. And
Okay,
I went away before Christmas. There was a cold pool that was like 16 degrees. I stayed in there for 12 and a half minutes, but the ice bath I'm using is like 7 or 8 degrees. And trust me, it's chilling.
yeah.
Like because I don't know if it's because I'm tall, but the extremities for me get super fucking cold, so I can't actually keep my feet in. So I'll dip them and then I'll take them out, and that's the only reason I can stay in for so long. Someone told me about that technique. They were like, do you know what? It might have been one of the Amen Brethren or someone who hit me up. Yeah, and they were like, oh, if you can't stay in, they're like, trust me, just take your feet out. You better last a lot longer. And they were right. Yeah. Anyways, this is like
Take your feet out to last longer, eh?
Hey!
That's the tip.
I love the way it's turned into like a health podcast.
That was like a self-betterment thing of 2024. You got anything from like career-wise that you're proud of, you're happy with?
I'd say there was like the highlight for me, I'll do that one first, was probably like Fusion Festival, because that place was crazy. We spoke about it already. But just like something totally different that I didn't expect, like from a like booking sense. I was like, oh, what's this? Hadn't even really heard about it. That was probably like a sort of more a less obvious highlight than like sort of all the usual stuff we go to year in, year out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say just releasing Self Love and doing like a tune that's 128 bar long verse and just being like, fuck the algorithm, fuck any sort of, sort of usual like conformities that like MCs and rappers are kind of sticking to.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to do me, classic Visionobi waffle vibes, and released it. And like, it seemed to go down pretty well. I got loads of feedback on it. Loads of people were like, that tune really helped me. Had a couple of people contact me about the fact that they'd like used it in like a therapy sense and like sent it to people who were like struggling with their mental health and like they were listening to it every day and stuff. So just something like that. Nice. That's probably like, the standout sort of musical thing that I did last year was just, kind of stick to my guns, and I just found it really rewarding. Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Nice. Johnny boy.
I would say musically, it's weird. We actually released like 2 songs last year, but we actually had one of our more busy years DJing, which is kind of inverse of how it normally works.
Momentum though from the year before.
Yeah, I think we got weird. That's a tip for producers. Like, if you release lots of music, don't expect to reap the rewards straight away. Sometimes, and I think that's actually what happened for us. We released quite a lot of music in 2023, and then 2024 we were like DJing loads, and I only released 2 tunes last year. I think something like 2 Galaxy originals. It was like something like that. But I would say on the DJ front, obviously doing America a few times for the first time was sick. Like Canada, played in like Bali, just played in really cool places last year, and similarly got the opportunity to do that this year. And then personal, I don't know, man. I feel like I just had a good year, to be honest. Like, generally a good year. But I would say music-wise, just the opportunity just to travel more and break new grounds with like America and stuff. That was obviously quite big.
It was a lot of fun. It was quite it was surreal and quite special to be able to just sort of stand side of stage for you and Tom's US debut and just kind of have a chance to witness that.
Yeah, that was sick.
Because it's very rare that because of the industry we're in and the careers we all have, we're all busy. So it's very rare. Like you get it even just living in London. People be like, "Oh, you must get to see some awesome." Nope, never here. I'm never here on a Friday or a Saturday because you're off somewhere else in the world working, right?
Yeah.
So you don't get to see those shows. But it's the same with like, don't get to see your mates play that often, and if you do, you definitely don't get to see them at quite a monumental show like that, like a US debut. So yeah, just quite a nice little vibe and a special little moment to be able to experience that.
That was a lovely little vibe, and that tour was sick as well, just in general. So yeah, I would say that was probably the highlight. And then, seeing as it's me again, 2025, what are we looking forward to? So getting some new music out. Like me and Tom have been writing, like, not so much in the last 4 weeks. It's definitely because the project's kind of almost concluded. But yeah, we've been writing a lot, and there's a lot of music to show everyone. So yeah, getting that out, and it's kind of quite excited about the whole like visual concept behind it as well, and just the whole art direction of this project. Like yeah, if we can pull it off, I think it'd be very sick. So definitely that. And on a personal front, definitely want to focus on health again this year. I think yeah, I'm really, the older I get, the more just into like good things for me that I'm into, just like good food, cooking nice stuff, like just living in a nice environment, like working out. Do you know what I mean? Like
we've grown up a bit, haven't we? Since
this is what it is. You know what? Start of this year, Start of this year, I just said I'm going to do 10,000 steps a day, no matter what.
Yeah.
Apart from the last 3 days when I've been really, really ill. And it's sad actually. You know what? I'm so into the point where like I'm so keen to do it that the last 3 days my steps have been like 3,000 a day. It's like messed me up. I'm like, oh my God, I've not moved. Do you know what I mean?
Do you want to join my monthly stride kick challenge?
What's that?
So you can put as many people in it as you want, and basically it's whoever achieves the most steps at the end of the month wins.
100%. Yeah,
do it.
You know what's mad though?
Get involved, mate.
To do 10,000 steps, you know how far that is in distance?
Yeah.
It's like 8.5 kilometers.
Yeah, man.
Which actually, when you think about it, I didn't really like deep it, but like, if you, especially when you live in London, obviously you public transport everywhere. Like, it's actually quite hard to walk that much and like go about your normal day. So you really just have to be like, I'm going to go for an hour and a half walk now.
Yeah,
like,
90-minute walk.
That literally,
like I can come home and I've done 8,500 steps or something, right? Or like 9,000 steps, and I'm like, that's not enough. I've got to go out and like push myself over the 10,000 margin. Go for a 90-minute walk. You come home and you're like, yeah, I've probably doubled my steps, like with 8,000 steps in the day. And you look at it and you're like, I've only done like 2,000 more steps. You're like, oh,
it's mad. So like, I've been doing things like stupid things, like, you know, the Tesco, nearest Tesco to me.
Yeah.
Instead of going there, I'll just
go
walk
to the one
big
further
Tesco
away. Yeah, man. But it's little things like that.
It's like you can spare 2 mile round trip. Yeah, so
you
like,
can spare an extra 10 minutes like in your day to do it, and you get extra steps in. Yeah,
even like going to work as well. Like I normally just get one train straight to Liverpool Street, but I've been going to King's Cross. So I've been going out my way to King's Cross and then walking to Liverpool Street from King's Cross, like, just to get it in. So there's like stuff like that, basically. Like, yeah.
Do you know? It's made me think that it's quite funny because when I used to work in the carpentry workshop, 10,000 in a day.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Put my phone in my pocket.
Yeah.
Probably, I reckon, in the day, like 14,000 just walking around like a workshop that's like 20, 30 meters long.
Yeah.
But like hooning it around everywhere. And then like you had like when I walked to the station, I was doing like 28,000.
It's so good for you though, man.
Yeah.
So
festivals are great as well. You're always a mad active time.
The dust might not be.
And lifting your back was not. That's why I left it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I now just like joined the gym, obviously fallen off like the last few weeks. But yeah, like back on it now.
Yes, I'm just trying to combine those two things to just like doing more steps and then just like a regular exercise regime together. I think it's just the easiest way to like maintain, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that. Jack?
Music wise, this year, excited to get lots of new music out. Finally, lots of long overdue stuff. And yeah, many new challenges will.
That's so.
I know it's just, man.
I'll have one more in.
Trying to be like honest and give like a real answer, but like not also get myself in trouble.
Yeah. That's
there are going to be like a handful of new challenges we're going to come across as producers and writers this year, and I'm really nervous about them, but I'm kind of excited about them. They're all changes and challenges that are coming across or coming towards us because we want them, right? So they're all good. But and then personal wise, I think just like keep up the exercise stuff, the health thing. I've been driving for a year now, so I can now start renting cars abroad, and that makes a huge difference, right? Because now all of a sudden I can go somewhere, stay one extra night, and very easily rent a car, drive to a mountain bike rental shop, rent a bike, sling it in the back, and drive out somewhere. Do you know what I mean? When I start doing things in beautiful parts of the world that I get to visit, I can now visit them more extensively and do the things I'd love to do in them.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the ability to rent a car while abroad now makes a huge difference to the kinds of freedoms I have when I go and visit parts of the world. And so I'm looking forward to revisiting some parts and having that additional freedom and kind of ability to explore more than just the cities.
Yeah.
And sort of, get in touch with nature a little bit around the world.
Join us in a future episode to see how Jack gets on driving on the wrong side of the road.
Mate, I've already done it. Literally 2 days after I legally was allowed to do it, I was in Gran Canaria driving a SUV up like volcanoes.
On the wrong side.
Well, it was an automatic. I only drive automatic. So
yeah.
that's what makes it so easy,
right.
bro.
Yeah,
Like,
do you know, last time I did it, I forgot about that. It was calm. I drove south of France, literally July last year, and it was like so easy. And you're right, it's because I was in an automatic.
And I'm driving
a manual
drive,
in roads last year.
in Italy.
In roads in Greece.
Oh, sorry,
in
Greece,
those tiny little, like similar small stress.
Mate,
Proper
not
stress.
surprised,
Naples with the missus last year.
Horrible, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like literally crazy. Like even her friend was like, because I rented the car and I was the only one like insured, so it was like me that did the driving, and we did like mountain roads and stuff, and it was beautiful. But like in the town of Naples, I went to get the car on my own to go and go and meet her, because I flew out separately because she was already in Italy. And no joke, that was crazy. And her friend that's from Naples was like, yeah, she's like, basically, because my missus spent a lot of time in India and was saying how crazy the roads are out there. And her friend had also been to India, and she was like, yeah, the driving's just basically a lot like Naples, to be honest.
Yeah, mate, Italy is
like for like.
My experience of driving in Naples, in Italy, is Naples. It was one of the only places I visited in like way back when, and we landed quite late. Got a taxi from the airport into the town, and like the taxi driver's doing like 100 mile an hour down this dual carriageway, weaving in and out of the tiniest little gaps. And it was like my mum's there like screaming at the driver to slow down because she's got 3 kids in the back of the car and stuff, and this guy just didn't give a fuck. And ever since then, like, I've kind of
home of motorsport though, isn't it? Like Ferrari.
I won't ever drive in a city in Italy.
I was in the
like,
Fiat 100. It was like the perfect little car to be fair. I quite enjoyed it in the end.
Yeah, see, the right car can make a big difference in cities like that, can't it?
Yeah.
Small.
That's why all their cars are dinged up as well, though. All their bumpers, they're all smashed up.
It's just like who's got the biggest balls to go out. That's what it is. No, fact.
You didn't give your...
Yeah, I guess from a musical sense, just like looking forward to doing like... I got a few releases on different labels, as well as like still doing EPs with Solvent, like the thing on Overview. I've got something coming on Sofa Sound, I think, like mid-year, which I'm looking forward to. And just generally sort of... just being a kind of unapologetic with the art form and just trying to champion like MC culture, because like, you know, it's no secret that I kind of think host culture is kind of dead. I'm kind of, I don't know, you know my thoughts on this basically. I just want to see more MCing in a dance, more raps.
Be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to be this year.
I think I always have been, so I've always kind of continued to do that. It'd be nice to see it return to a bit more of the forefront again, so... Like,
I think it's going to get there, to be honest.
I do as well. I think
I think that you have to separate that, because I think from a like artist perspective and vocalist, obviously it's there. It's like having the best, but from actually laying bars in a dance, it ain't there. Like, let's face it, it's not there. Most people just want the sing-along tune, that's it. However, with the underground coming back, maybe the bars will come back to the dance, and I'm just going to keep laying bars in a dance and being a bit different to, I guess, what most, I think, MCs are doing. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, there's bars out there, but I'd say me, Focus, Sense, like very like bar heavy, like people like that. And I guess if you look at the state of play at the moment, you know, it's definitely much more favoured in the host sense to kind of see the rave along, which, you know, there's always a place for that. I rate it, I do it myself, but I would just love to see more sort of like the jump up kind of thing, but done in the deeper realms with a bit more conscious rap. So I'm just going to continue doing that really, and just pissing people off in a rave.
Nice.
Personally, just daughter stuff, just continue enjoying being a dad, because my daughter's a joker, even though she's a complete nightmare at times. But it's like just the most beautiful thing ever, and trying to upgrade the manor, bruv. Oh, and career progression, you know, got a new full-time job in a really like cool sector. I'm actually really enjoying it way more than I thought I would. And I'm just trying to learn about like business and stuff like that, just in order to be able to like provide for my family, really. So yeah, proper like focus mode is on. Lots of sobriety, as you know, we well know, pretty much, you know, these days, like 6 months of the year sober, 6 months of the year on tequila. That's kind of it.
Balance.
Balancia.
Nice. Nice. Well, yeah, that was just a little like roundup of last year and a kind of what we're looking forward to this year. Yeah, just to kind of ease ourselves back in, you know, like Richie's cold plunge. Just dipping ourselves back in. But yeah, we'll be back next time with just the regularly scheduled programming. So guests, solo episodes, Patreon exclusives. Obviously, the Patreon is going and it's growing still. So come and join us.
Big ups for all the support, guys.
I don't know how many we've got, but we are going to start shouting our patrons out this year. That's one thing we are going to do this year. Maybe put the names at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Also, patrons get priority on the questions as well.
And their own episodes. Did you say?
And their own episodes.
You
as
get
well.
the occasional special bits and episodes and
We
stuff.
actually
Yeah.
did like quite
So-
more than what I thought last year.
Yeah. So we're going to carry that on. And
So if you check the link tree in our Instagram and in all of our social media profiles, you will find links to everything where we are everywhere. So if you want YouTube stuff, you can like and subscribe and follow us there. If you want Instagram, it's all on there. Patreon's all on there. Spotify's all on there. Apple Music is all on there.
Patreon thing as well. Obviously, the Telegram group. Like, got some questions from them. Obviously, gives you like access to speak to us on a more regular basis and become part of the family. Everyone's always submitting questions.
It's a good community in there for sure. It's
That it
active.
is.
It's active. People doing tune feedback, all sorts. Yeah, come get involved.
Come on.
All right, we're back.
We're back.